Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. So today we are out doing a little bit of hunting as I actually found this antique store right here. It's called the Antique Depot, and I actually saw online that there are a couple places that might have some Funko Pops and collectibles. So we're out today and I thought, hey, might as well go ahead and check it out. Never done like an antique store hunt before, so I think that might be a little bit interesting. And you know, we might find some cool stuff, some vintage stuff, some toys, collectibles, maybe even some Funko Pops. So guys, let's head inside and let's get hunting. As soon as you walk in, you see a bunch of different booths with tons of different vintage antique stuff and a ton of collectibles. And we already ran into our first case of Funko Pops. Definitely really cool to find Shohei Ohtani. There's also some of the sports card covers of Tom Brady, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis. Then we also have some Disney ones like Ariel and Ursula from the new live-action Little Mermaid, the original Minnie Mouse. It looks like there is a comic cover She-Hulk. That price is actually pretty expensive for that. There are some of the ornaments like Indiana Jones and a ton of Hot Wheels cars. Actually, some pretty cool ones like some different Batman ones. There's that 66 Batman mobile, which looks pretty awesome. Just a ton of different ones at the bottom too. This next booth actually has a ton of sports collectibles, a bunch of different cards and other memorabilia. They have some pretty cool stuff like some Tom Brady cards. Looks like some other sort of cards. Tiger Woods there, which is a pretty cool one of him when he was younger. Looks like they just have a bunch of different like rookie cards like Matthew Stafford. They have Patrick Mahomes, OJ Simpson, which is a pretty interesting one, pretty funny one to see. Yeah, just a ton of really cool different sports cards. And around the corner, I found some other ones like Ellie De La Cruz, who is on fire right now, is a rookie for the Reds. And they have some Shohei Ohtani rookie cards, which are pretty pricey, but cool to see. And then over here, it looks like this awesome little Shaq card with his Lego minifigure. I had that minifigure when I was younger. This next booth has some pretty interesting stuff, like that vintage Donald Duck doll. There's also like a Pokemon thing right there. And then down here, they have a bunch of different like Mario Kart figures. Have not seen those in a very long time, so it's cool to see. Found another Funko Pop of the Fortnite Street Fighter 2-pack of Ryu and Bright Bomber. And this same booth had this vintage Obi-Wan Kenobi action figure from the original Star Wars. Looks pretty cool. And a Dick Tracy one. And this booth has a lot of different retro toys. Looks like some Transformers and things in there. But they also have some different Star Wars ones. Those older toys look really cool. And even a Sega Genesis, which is interesting to see. But then if you actually look in the back, they have a couple Funko Pops of a couple TMNT signed ones. And this booth actually has a Funko product, not a pop, but the rock candy, which is Barbie. And that's interesting to see with the new movie coming out. And then something really weird are these live action Flintstones action figures. Found another booth with a lot of different sports cards, including some sealed packs, which is pretty cool to see. But not only that, they also have a lot of different Pokemon ones, both sealed packs, some single cards that are a little bit more rarer, and even some booster boxes on the back. And I did notice a Sailor Moon plush in this cage, which caught my eye. But when you actually look down, they do have another Funko product, which is the Peter Pan Funko Mini. Found another booth with some more pops. They have DJ Rex, Domo Slimer, which is pretty cool, and a World of Warcraft pop, which is interesting. I've never seen that one before. They also have some different older Star Wars figures down here too, which is pretty cool, including ones from the Phantom Menace and a TMNT April O'Neil. And over here, just some more Star Wars figures. Star Wars fans dream over here seeing all of these cool different figures like Leia. There's also back there a Mara Jade, which is amazing to see. That one's pretty rare to find. And even more figures from the same booth. Jango Fett there along with Han Solo. And I'm just loving a lot of these loose figures that he has all over. And down a bit, I found some more Funko Pops, but these ones are not great ones. And this one does have the Treat Yourself 2-pack. They have Bernard from Westworld, Del Walker from Gears of War. Found some more Star Wars figures. We got some Obi-Wan Kenobi and Mandalorian figures, which are pretty cool. I like that clone trooper kind of sticking out of the glass. And this booth has a couple cool older VHS tapes of some movies I love. Mystery Men and The Phantom Menace. They also have this vintage Rogue figure and a couple Funko Pops of Skeletor and Evil Lyn from Masters of the Universe. Some cool older posters of Mortal Kombat and the Phantom Menace, both from the 90s. Pretty sweet to see. Found our biggest Funko booth yet. There's just a ton of older pops here, including Count Dooku, Obi-Wan Kenobi, young Anakin Skywalker, Lando Calrissian, even Thor, Secret Wars, a ton of different like Thor Pops, Moana there, Vision, Classic Superman, some pretty cool ones. And another booth with some more Pops. We got Pennywise, Elephant Abu, and then even Wally Gator. And they even have some Funko pads, which you don't see a ton. They also have a couple different 10-inch Pennywise Pops, which isn't anything too crazy. But then they also have Ryu from Street Fighter. But this creature from the Black Lagoon figure is my favorite thing here. And then this booth has this neat little Toad amiibo figure. And then has some more Pops, some horror ones like Pennywise, couple different Pennywise figures. They also have the Nun. I see Jack Skellington back there as well. And then they also have a ton of different Pokemon cards. And I think we found some of our best Pops, but first they do have some other cool things like that Spider-Man figure, this Jabba the Hutt pin, which is really awesome. They also have some minifigures of Sylvie and Loki, some Bitty Pops we found from Star Wars and the Disney Mickey and Friends ones. And then we found here both Mr. Freeze and Zep, both $65. All right, guys, and we are back home after a haircut and a little bit of shave. Looks a little bit different. Hope you like it. But we were able to go ahead and explore that antique shop. Again, pretty cool. And actually that area that we went to, it's called Old Orangetown. And it's like this old, like 50s, 60s era town here in California. Really cool. But they have a bunch of different antique shops. And that was just one that I was near right after I got my haircut. So I thought I might as well walk in there, and I saw that they had a place that did sell collectibles. I thought it would be really cool, but there was just some really awesome stuff. I wish I had a little bit of extra time to go explore it a little bit more, but I think we did a good job of seeing a lot of different stuff. Ran into some cool Pops. They didn't have anything in particular that I really wanted to go for. I did think seeing Zeb from Star Wars Rebels was pretty cool. I actually already have it in the collection. I think it's actually somewhere down here, but I thought that might be a cool one to get, especially with Ahsoka coming up in August and us already seeing him in The Mandalorian and being very likely he's gonna pop up in Ahsoka. I think that one might go up in value, but I think $65 was just a little bit more than I wanted to spend today. Other than that, just a lot of the Pops were damaged, not a lot of great condition. There was a Count Dooku, which again I already have, and he was a decent price, but he was completely ripped up. So nothing really crazy that we wanted to pick up, but a lot of other really cool things like Pokemon cards and sports cards, and other like collectibles we found with throughout the store. Some pretty interesting stuff. So if you guys have never gone to an antique store, definitely recommend doing so, because you might be able to find some Funko Pops, and who knows, maybe you'll get lucky and find some like older Pops, maybe out of box Pops that are a little bit more valuable that you would not have found anywhere else. But that's all that we have for today, guys. Now I do want to throw it over to you. What do you think about our Funko Pop hunt and collectibles hunt today over at the Antique Depot? Have any of you guys ever been to an antique store before? And have you ever found any Funko Pops there? And if so, what cool ones have you found? I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like in this video as well if you enjoyed it. And of course, you can always hit that bell to be notified whenever we have new videos drop. But thank you so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.